Hey guys, this is Comic Inno, and today I'm doing a review for Supergirl. And this was a huge episode of Supergirl, so there will be spoilers, of course. So let's start talking about the episode. So from last episode, we had Kara not have her abilities anymore, and we find out it actually has to do with what's going on in comics right now with Superman, the solar flare, which was introduced a couple months ago by Jeff Johns. And the writers for this show really enjoyed that arc, and they added it to Supergirl's mythos, where Kara doesn't have her abilities, and it doesn't seem like they're coming back, because after like 2 days, usually Superman gets his abilities again, and it's been longer than 2 days. And of course, in the mix of this, National City has the biggest earthquake, and Kara can't do anything about it, but it's her realizing that she can be a hero without her powers. And then, of course, she gets her powers back, and she's able to be Supergirl. But it's really the idea of what everyone does in this crisis. You know, Kat still having hope in Supergirl, Maxwell Lord, of course, not having hope, and Kara kind of not having hope in herself. The other story going on, which was the huge story, is that we get to see that that Hank Henshaw and Alex are stuck in the DEO together, and we have one of the big aliens who can control minds escape. And of course, Alex still does not trust Hank because of previous information that she learned a couple of episodes ago about her father dying on a mission with Hank and him even being part of the DEO. So it's now Alex trying to figure out who the hell is Hank, and we learn exactly who Hank is. And you get a little bit of a clue in the beginning of the episode where he says, "Oh, I know what it feels like to lose your family." So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I guess that speculation of Hank being Martian Manhunter must be correct, because in the end, Hank does reveal to Alex that I am one of the good guys, and he's Martian Manhunter, and he totally reveals himself. The whole CGI, we'll talk about it. Oh my god, amazingness of that, and him revealing himself as John Jones, and wow, again, that was crazy. And that's the end. So Alex is going to have to keep this secret from Kara. And now we learn that Hank is actually a good guy. So someone you thought was playing the Harrison Wells role is actually a good guy. So they did the reverse. Someone you thought was evil is actually good, which I really like that. But we still do have two big bads that actually make a presence in this episode, which again is Maxwell Lord, still not really trusting Supergirl, which I think he's going to be a villain more towards season 2 and more of a build-up in this season. And then our season villain, I think, is Astra, because we get to see that she's going to have a big battle with Kara in the mid-season finale. That's still the confusing thing. Who is the big bad? And that's something I'm really enjoying. I feel like Supergirl is very much doing a formula with, you know, I guess, the villain of the week sometimes, but at the same time not doing a formula, because you really don't know who the big bad is. So that's what I love about Supergirl. It's playing with the formula in so many ways. So what did I think about this episode? I loved it, honestly. Even if it wasn't for the Martian Manhunter reveal, I liked the exploration of what it means to be a hero. I love that in television shows, and I think Supergirl does that in a really good way. And of course, an arc that's been very controversial, which is the solar flare arc that, you know, some Superman fans are not enjoying and others are enjoying. I think Supergirl really did well. You know, explains why Kara doesn't have her abilities for a little while, and again, I just thought they handled it well, and I think they could have handled the adrenaline thing a little bit better. I felt that scene was just really quick for her to become Supergirl. I wanted more tension in that scene. I actually thought there was more tension in the scene where she was trying to do the X-ray vision. So yes, I know it was Jimmy and everything, and she starts moving her hand, but I thought that scene could have been a little bit more powerful. But there are so many powerful scenes throughout the episode, like I said, because of this arc, showing that what Kara would do as a human, and that great scene with Jimmy taking the picture of her being a hero when she's in extreme pain. You see her shaking, not because of fear, but because she broke her arm, and she has to straighten out her arm as she's talking to this guy, because she has to pretend that she's Supergirl, that she can't get hurt. So I love that. Even just like her having a cold, I think Melissa did a really good job at, just like her, the way she did her lines. It sounded like she had a cold, so I thought that was really good. So Melissa, of course, just did an awesome job in this episode, and there's a lot of emotions throughout the episode that I think they really hit every note. Again, a small negative that I had about the episode was that scene with the save and her getting her abilities back, and also Win in a really weird way. I thought, yes, we understand that a lot of things were building up for him, but the way he kind of exploded at Kara and didn't really explain his feelings, felt out of place. He was like, oh, well, Kara, you're doing the wrong thing, or, Kara, you're better than us because you have powers. And I understand it's because Win likes Kara, but Kara doesn't know that, so I think that could have been a better reveal of, hey, I like you, than, oh, let me not tell you that, but let me still explode all my emotions. So I thought that scene could have been a little bit better. But again, going back to those are really the only negatives I have about the episode. Oh, well, actually, one more small negative, sorry about that. One small negative, I guess, is the ending cliffhanger, is that I felt Astra was a little random. It's like, oh, I'm back. Why not? Because we have a mid-season finale coming. So the ending is supposed to be a cliffhanger, but because we've seen Astra so many times and that she's been this cliffhanger for a while, I think that could have been a bit more powerful also. But again, what I loved about this episode is the themes of the episode. It's about being a hero even if you're just human. And going back to it, it's the parallel between, being human and being an alien, which is obviously the big theme of Superman in general and Supergirl. So in this episode, we see the alien, Supergirl, become human. And then we see someone you thought was human reveal himself as an alien. And someone you thought didn't like aliens. And he's completely revealing himself to Alex, and obviously you care for him. And now that he's John Jones. And the CGI, guys, I can't wait until John Jones, reveals himself to Kara and, is part of this gang. I'm really, really curious of how they're going to do that. Because I think we're in the day and age where you can do that on TV. Even though I thought they did Martian Manhunter pretty well on Smallville, I think now you can really perfect Martian Manhunter. And I'm really curious of, seeing his journey now that we know that Hank is John, and how they're going to work with that, because usually with shows, when they start out with their original name and then they have to change the name in the middle, it kind of gets hard to say, oh, alright, so which person you're actually going with. Good example is Revenge. We knew that her name is Emily in the beginning, but she's actually Amanda. So are we going to call him Hank? Are we going to call him John? Are we going to just call him Martian Manhunter? What are we going to call him? So that's going to be fun to see what people call him in the end. Hopefully it's John and Martian Manhunter. But that was a good reveal. And I'm excited for maybe Alex to explore Martian Manhunter's powers with him. And because he does have powers, and that was evident. But I think with the small scene we really got, it really showed who John Jones was. And I'm really excited for this father figure thing going on with Alex. I guess one thing I'm disappointed with is that her father is dead, and it's like, why did you cast Dean Cain if you're not going to use him? Hopefully they could find a way to use Dean Cain. I'm guessing people are going to be upset that Cyborg Superman's not being used, but I think with this reveal, it doesn't mean that Hank Henshaw is truly dead. They could still do the Cyborg Superman stuff with Hank. It could get a little confusing by using the same actor, of course, but I'm sure they'll figure that out in the future. But I thought this was a really well done episode of, again, parallels of being alien, being human, the alien actually being human, and the human being alien. I thought that was great, and I can't wait to see where that goes. So that's my opinion on the episode. Again, they're exploring more New 52 stuff. What I really like about this show, I'm not a big fan of the Supergirl and New 52, as you know, but I like how they're adding it into the show and just showing that they can show different versions of Supergirl throughout, which I think they've been doing a great job at. They've shown they've shown Silver Age Supergirl. They've shown even a lot of Linda Danvers Supergirl, modern Supergirl. I think they've done a really, really good job at just showing all the different forms of Supergirl, including the New 52 Supergirl, actually adding the good stuff into the show. We're making it better, in my opinion. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll be reviewing the mid-season finale next week, and this is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.